We'll now invite Long Paul to give us a short Dharma sharing.
So blessings to you all. Very happy to be here this morning. And it's the nature of the Buddhist monks' lifestyle is that we are what we call alms mendicants. Bhikkhu means one who depends on alms. That's alms with an L, it's not alms with an R. It's not alms like this, alms as in things, gifts that people share with us. And that's how we survive for our lifestyle, which is a humbling thing as a monk, because you really are dependent on other people to survive. So it humbles you, it brings your ego down to earth, tends to bring up sense of gratitude and appreciation. And in a moment, we'll give a blessing, which is partly in appreciation for your kindness and generosity today, bringing food and other things to support the monks. But it's also an opportunity to meet between Sangha and laity like we are doing now. So traditionally, since the time of the Buddha, Buddhist monks, Sangha members, nuns go out to receive alms or to receive food and support into the community regularly, daily. We don't store food overnight or cook ourselves. So we really are dependent on people like you. So it's this regular interaction, we come together, gives you a chance to remind yourself of the teachings and what it's all about, who the Buddha was. We believe the Buddha was an enlightened teacher, very wise, compassionate, and his teachings, the Dhamma, give us a way to practice, to lead our lives, to understand how to lead our lives in a way for our true benefit and happiness, and the benefit, happiness of others. And in the Sangha, taking refuge in the Sangha, those who have practiced and realized the Dhamma. It's an opportunity for all of you to meet Sangha regularly when you come here or in similar situations elsewhere to offer food and other things. You get that benefit. There's a two-way thing there, isn't there? It's the monks get fed, which we need to do. We need to be fed. And you get a chance to see people wearing the robe, shaven head. Remind yourself of the spiritual life, that part of life that is often forgotten so easily when we go to work and mixed up with work and family things. We often forget the Dhamma, if we're honest. Whereas when you come to offer food to the monks, it's a chance to get close to the Sangha again, people who keep a very high standard of discipline, moral discipline, monastic code of training, chance to hear the Dhamma. So this is a very nourishing thing for us in our life, to have this interaction, I think. I was once a lay person, so I can remember when I would go to the monastery to offer food, make food, and I'd get some happiness from that. And of course, get the peace of the place and get some teaching, some guidance. So I hope you also get that same benefit. It's what we call making merit. And making merit through dana, making offerings of food and other things. Making merit through undertaking to keep precepts. You've just undertaken the 5 precepts, which is an amazing thing. This is a ordinary Thursday here in downtown Singapore, and people are coming together to make offerings and keep the precepts for a day and a night. And that's a very special thing for the world, that there are people willing to do that. Those 5 precepts, the Buddha said, are a great gift to the world. If you undertake not to kill, not to steal, not to commit acts of sexual misconduct, not to lie, not to take alcohol or drugs, you're committing to quite a high level of personal discipline, developing your moral integrity, you're being harmless to other people. So it's like a gift to other people when you take the 5 precepts. So this is also merit. Charity and generosity is merit. Keeping precepts is merit. Then probably the bit of merit that is hardest and we kind of shy away from is meditation, isn't it? But it's also a way of making merit. And how do you meditate, say, in a situation like this? Well, as you make your offering or as you undertake the precepts, you try to do it with mindfulness, with full awareness, paying attention to what you're doing right now. You know, making that intention to follow the precepts, to take refuge in Buddha Dhamma Sangha very clear in your mind. You're not doing it in a kind of casual way, half asleep. You're actually doing it with full awareness, full mindfulness. If you're offering food to the monks, putting food in their bowl, you can do that mindfully with awareness of your body, what you're doing, where you are, what you're doing. So even something as basic, you might say, as offering food to monks, taking precepts, one can do in a way that is actually supporting the practice of mindfulness and even insight. You know, the hardest part of meditation is developing insight. And you might just reflect on the insight into change, impermanence. You know, as you're doing this, as you're sitting listening to the talk, or making your food offering, you'll have different thoughts and feelings come and go, different sounds and different experiences come into your mind as you're doing these things. You can reflect on the changing nature of your own body, your own mind, your own mental activity. You know, the official title for that would be Vipassana. So, you know, Vipassana isn't anything mysterious or distant from us. It's just witnessing the changing nature in your own mind. Since you got up this morning until this moment, you know, a few hours have passed probably, you've had many thoughts run through your mind, different feelings and sensations in your body. The monks just went for a walk in the park. You know, we were walking. When you're under the tree, it was shady. When you walk out in the sun, it's hot. You see things, you hear things, you smell things. And I'm sure you have similar experiences, whatever you've been doing the last few hours. That's all been an opportunity just to observe the changing nature of experience. And this is merit too. So dana, sila, bhavana, these are the ways we make merit. And the result is we uplift our mind. We're bringing our mind up to the Dhamma to see the higher truths, but just in our ordinary experience. And the Buddha said it lightens the mind, uplifts the mind. And this helps us to be happier, brings us some understanding and improves our state of mind. You know, maybe we can let go of some of our more negative thoughts as we do this. You know, as you practice dana, you're bringing up a sense of generosity, kindness. Maybe you're letting go of some of your attachment, your stinginess, putting aside more selfish thoughts or angry thoughts while you do it. So you feel uplifted, you feel happier, hopefully. You meet like-minded people, that brings some joy. See monks, maybe brings you some joy. Listen to the Dhamma, brings you some joy. So merit brings us happiness, joy, uplifts the mind, keeps our mind afloat. So the Buddha said, make merit regularly through your life to keep you afloat, because sometimes we feel like we're drowning in the challenges, the obstacles of our life. You know, we have our personal problems, health problems, money problems, life problems, family problems, work problems. And then, of course, there's the world around us. It always seems very kind of chaotic and challenging. Making merit helps to keep your mind up so that you can cope and understand things better. Like we're just walking along the seafront and seeing all these huge ocean ships, all the container ships and different kinds of ships just parked there on the ocean. But they don't sink, do they? These huge, heavy ships, they're metal, they're quite heavy, but they can stay afloat because they have air in them, keeps them up. You're keeping your mind up with the air that comes from making merit. In a sense, it keeps you afloat. in the midst of your life when there are, naturally there's some challenges, difficulties you face, but the merit you make keeps you afloat, keeps your mind in a good place. So the Buddha said, make merit a lot, do it a lot. With monks or at home, with listening to Dhamma, meditating, chanting, volunteering, helping in society in different ways, all the things we do, we call making merit. This will help you to keep afloat in your life and keep happier, generate the causes for happiness. So on behalf of the Sangha, we've come together to receive alms. In a moment, we'll give a blessing to you all. Is that correct? Is that the correct timing of it? Do we give the blessing in a moment? Okay, so we'll be giving you a blessing in a moment. We'll invite all the goodness of the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha, the Devas to bless you, protect you, guide you. And we wish that you get through all your personal obstacles, difficulties. May you be free from illness. May you be free from danger. May you be free from suffering, all the different kinds of suffering. And may you find true peace in the practice of the Dhamma. May you be liberated from suffering. That's our wish for you today.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.